Hi there everyone, this is the Innovative Traders and welcome to our channel. So guys, in this video I'll be doing a market breakdown and obviously a market update on the trades that we analyzed on the previous week, which was on the previous video, and I'll show you how they were able to play out during the week and how we were able to catch them. So without any further ado, let's get to the very first pair, which is NAS100 USD. NAS100 USD as our first pair. So now, remember last week we had something like this. Price was somewhere around this area here. Let me use this replay button. Somehow price was somewhere around this area. And I said to you guys, we are not yet sure that this is actually a reversal pattern until we see an impulsive break of the pattern. Remember, price was somewhere around this area before on the previous video. So price was somewhere around this area. And I said to you guys, in order for you to confirm a reversal pattern, price has to break this trend line and give you a continuation below this trend line and acting as what? Is a confirmation of a sell continuation pattern. So now I said in order for you to take sales, you have to wait for price to break below, because price can either correct in this manner and push to the upside, or price can exhaust and squeeze up to this area, then break below, give us a continuation, then break below and give us a confirmation of what? Of a sell bias. Why? Because it has reached what? Our highest high, which is our swing low. So now price did exactly as anticipated. Price broke below this level here. As soon as it broke below, we started looking for those bearish continuation patterns, which is what NAS100 did on the previous week. If you can check how it played out, we were able to catch those sells here. Initially we had an entry, we took a sell because of this double top zone here. We had an impulse down, correction as a correction after breakout, we took the sell. But then as soon as I saw price on a 15-minute time frame giving us a reversal pattern around this area here, a reversal pattern around this area on 15-minute time frame, I closed my trades and I told the members that they should move their stop loss to break even. I saw this reversal pattern because of I saw this reversal pattern, and I knew that price can just come to this area and create another continuation pattern, then further continue downside, or price can evolve into a layer structure. Reason being, we are currently in what we call the amber zone. This is what we call the amber zone. Let us take price to here. We're currently in what? In the amber zone. So in the amber zone, we're basically anticipating what we call larger continuation flags. So I spotted that since we're in the amber zone, there's a possibility that price can give us what? A larger continuation pattern. Obviously, information of what? Of a right shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, M style formation, liquidity trap, a push down as a confirmation to actually push with our selling opportunities. So I focused at a larger continuation pattern. I'll show you just now on my trading view journal. So this is what happened. Price pushed all the way to the upside and gave us a nice entry there. We caught an entry here, a reduced risk entry. Then we held it up until downside until price almost reached the second take profit. It only hit our first take profit because of it was placed around this area here. It was placed around this area. This was being our first take profit level. This was our first take profit level. That's how we were able to take it. Let me show you how I focused at it on my trading view journal, and also I'll show you how I took it on the group. So this is basically where I journal my trades on trading view using the idea site. So NAS100 USD played out as anticipated and very well, just like US30 that I'll show you after this pair. NAS100 USD, this is how it was like. This is what we had before as a focus. We focused on NAS100 USD is possibly forming what? A larger continuation pattern because of its currently in the amber zone, where we usually experience larger continuation patterns before price can continue with the further push. This is what I saw. I saw price breaking heavily to the downside, breaking this trend line, confirming a reversal of a sell. Then I look left, I saw this acting as my first peak, the second peak basically meaning a formation of a head and shoulders pattern. So there was basically the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulders. Now I anticipated price to come back to this area. I marked this as my point of interest since it was basically my swing high. Why am I saying that? This was our high, a low, high, 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 low, high, high, double top, lower, low, lower, low, then a lower high. So I mark this as my point of interest because of is 90% of this reversal pattern, a mini one, and obviously uh sensitive area of my previous swing high. So as soon as price got there correctively, I placed my order and I took it to the downside. And this is how it played out. This is how it played out. It got to that area exactly as anticipated. After it got there, it played out very well. And we were able to catch that NAS100 move and also the US30 move on, I think it was it on Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't remember when it was, but then it was on Wednesday or Tuesday. Then it took about the whole day consolidating and developing, and it moved around 4 p.m. I mean 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 a.m. in the morning. So it played out very well and as anticipated. As anticipated. The network is a bit slow. You'll forgive me for that. Network is a bit slower, but then just a few minutes. Still loading. Still loading. Okay, there we go. This is how we're able to catch an NAS100 USD trade. And NAS100 USD trade. I think it's a bit slow today. NAS100 USD. Where is it? Because it was the last trade that we only focused on NAS100 USD and US30 and also on ADJPY this week. We only took 4 trades. We took 1 loss because of an early entry, then we took 3 wins on US30, NAS100 USD, and also on AUDJPY. On AUDJPY, okay, let me search it here. NAS100 USD, NAS100. When was it? Yeah, it moved on Friday. Yeah, Friday morning. Now I remember. Friday morning. It moved on Friday morning. Around 4:23. Around 4:23. This is how we're able to take it. NAS100 USD. NAS100 USD. Where were they? The setup before we took it. Before we took it. Oh, here it is. This is what we saw before it dropped below. We saw a head and shoulders pattern, obviously. After that, push down from the liquidity trap of the ascending type channel, and obviously in anticipation of a larger continuation flag to point to the downside. So my network is a bit slow today. Here's how we saw it. So a left shoulder, head, a right shoulder. Then I saw this larger continuation pattern forming around my point of interest, where I marked my point of interest, basically meaning that I was receiving what a third touch is a continuation pattern with an impulsive leg continuation, and I pushed to the downside, and eventually the market played out very nice and as anticipated, because this was the setup before. This was the setup, an impulse correction, first take profit, obviously taking it up until here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, point of interest, push down, exhaustion, continuation. So we're able to catch this trade, and it played out very well. As you can see, high risk international USD SL, TP levels, use hyper risk management, use small lot, we're able to catch it. It played out very well. Very well, even though it took a bit of a long time, but then it managed to pay us at the end of the day. This was it. This was the trade. It also played out as the same as SPX 500. If we're trading SPX 500, this is how we're able to take it. It hit our take profit. I'll also show it to you how we took it, and also our AUDJPY pair also took it, and it managed to hit our second take profit. So everything played out very well this week. we're able to push and capitalize on these pairs. These are our AUD JPY pairs, finishing our setup. So everything went out very well. We took 4 trades, 1 loss and 3 wins. Remember, everyone takes losses there. There's no 100% strategy when it comes to the forex market. So this one here, SPX 500, I also took it. Let me show you how I took it. S&P 500. Where is it? Oh, I didn't say. Okay, it's fine. Let's get back to the chart. So this is how we're able to catch this NAS100 USD trade, and we're able to like capitalize on it very much. Now, what can possibly happen when the market opens? So let me take it. Let me use a different one because I don't want to clear everything on this one. Since I want to see how it plays out, let's take a look at NAS100 USD on a different broker. What can possibly happen is that since price broke the structure here, what can possibly happen? Since price broke the structure, gave us an expanding type of channel. We still have the 90% road to complete. We haven't reached there, and we had this expanding type of channel as a continuation pattern. We had this here being our point of interest. Why? Because of the second peak of the head and shoulders pattern. So now, what we are currently having here, price closed impulsively on Friday. So what can we have that is that price can consolidate back to this area and push to this area here, possibly break and give us a continuation to the downside, giving us what? Confirmed downtrend. Or price can come to this area in the form of a reversal pattern. Why am I saying that? Price hasn't yet broken our previous swing high. I'll show you that in a higher time frame. Price can come to this area in this manner. We can see price just correcting its way to this area here, correcting its way to this area here, possibly giving us what? A double bottom before it can shoot to the upside. Why am I saying that? This point is acting as our swing low, If you can zoom out and take a look at the higher time frame, this is our swing low. We had a swing high, swing low. We had a swing high, a swing low, swing high, swing low, a swing high. This is our swing low before the swing high. Now price hasn't yet broken this level, confirming our clear strong selling bias. So basically meaning until price break this one, we're still cautious about this level, and you want to see how price is going to react to this level. Is it going to treat this level as a W formation to go up, or is it going to treat it will it break this level? Obviously hitting it as a neckline. Will it continue to give us a consolidation, break below, come and retest it and give us what? A downtrending momentum with respect to the overall main trend, which is actually this one here, using the trend line as our guide, this one here up until this level here, before we can get those overall swing buys. Remember, NAS100 USD is what? It's a buying market, so it might consolidate in the downtrend up until here, up until this level here. So we have two scenarios currently. Price can either respect that swing low and treat it as a double bottom, then push back to the upside, or price can break below here, and consolidate to give us another sell entry, push back down again, consolidate up until this level, then give us what? A counter trend movement in form of what? Of an impulse, consolidation and continuation, and obviously respecting what? The overall main trend, giving us what? Our strongest swing low to give us those possible swing buys, probably around this December, because remember NAS100 USD, it's a stock index, and obviously stocks during December time, they are performing very well. So now this is what we're currently waiting for price to give us a one more sell continuation. But then since price is currently in, let me go back to the 1 hour time frame. It's currently in the red zone of the channel. What do I mean by that? It's currently in the red zone. I won't really look to sell NAS100 USD unless it gives me a clear indication. Yes, it hasn't completed my sell setup, but then I was able to take and book profits from it, and I was satisfied by that. Doesn't necessarily have to fit my take profit. So now we're currently moving in what? In the green zone. What am I expecting next? If I want to see an entry, obviously I have to see a counter to the trend. What do I mean by that? I'm having a high a low, a lower high. The previous low is broken. Now this is basically acting as what? As a lower low. What I need to see before I can enter, obviously price exhausting, giving me what? A lower high before I can enter my second sell trigger until to this area, and see how price would act on this sensitive area, because of it's what? It is our previous swing high, the high that is protecting what? The uptrend. So it's a matter of waiting and observing how the market will open tomorrow and during the course of the week. So now let's take a look at US30, which is the second pair that we took this week, and also I've analyzed it last week. Let's take a look at how it played out before we can get to jump to gold. So this is how USD is also played out. Remember, we had this analysis from those previous weeks, I think 2 weeks back, where we were anticipating USD to sell off from this level here. It failed, it went back up. So last week we saw this being our left shoulder, head, right shoulder, a breakout, a continuation pattern, like I said, and I said that you can catch the entry after price has exhausted to this level before it can shoot down, which is what it did. Broke below, gave us the continuation, then gave us an entry. We caught it to the downside. Hit my first take profit, second take profit. Now hoping to hit what? My third take profit before it can start to move to the upside, if it's going to react, if it's going to treat this level as my uptrending support trend line, since this is also a buying market. The buying market. Why? We're having what? Swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. Price from me can just buy and push to the upside, or it can break below, respect the 90% rule, and continue buying to the upside. So this is how USDT has played out. I think I also have it on my let me check my trading view journal if it's there. We also took this one, also it played out very well. It played out very, very well. USDT. Do I have USDT? Do I have it? Oh yeah, I have this one here. I remember we were looking for an entry here before, below the low, but then price didn't, it faked out, so I didn't really take it. So it broke below, it faked out, it went back inside. We were waiting for price to close below impulsive before we can enter, but price faked out and went back up. That is when we wanted to see price coming back to that area and giving us those sales around this area here. So USDT also played out very well as anticipated. If you can check the previous video, you will see how we were able to anticipate and analyze this big movement to the downside. So everything played out as exactly as anticipated. Going to the 1 hour time frame, this is what we had. We had this being our left shoulder, right head, right shoulder, neckline, slanting head and shoulders, a push below, impulsive break, correction, obviously first touch, second touch, third touches, high risk entry, a nice strong push to the downside, and it paid us very well. Now let us take a look at the analysis on gold. We've been waiting for gold for almost 2 weeks now. I think it's time to take a look at gold. This one is SPX 500. I was also able to catch it also, since it's like positively correlated on standard USD. So let's take a look at gold. We're waiting for gold for a very long time. Let us clear everything off so that I can get to explain. Remember, I said on the daily time frame, I said that for the longer term run, we're looking for gold to push to the upside. Why? This is an impulsive leg correction, waiting for what? For continuation. But then, since price currently is giving us short-term sell patterns, we are going to take those short-term sell patterns up until this level for gold to come here and collect those orders before it can continue to what? Its bullish bias. So overall, we're looking for gold to push to the upside. But currently, this is what we're seeing. Gold has printed as what? Selling opportunities. Remember last time price was currently around this area here, or around this area where I saw, obviously this being our highest high, and this being our lowest low. What I saw on the previous videos, that price gave me this pattern here, price gave me this pattern. Remember, I said this is acting what as an impulsive leg correction, then continuation. Reason being, price might possibly come back down, give us what a descending type of channel, giving us a W formation before it can continue to what our overall buying momentum. So since we're having selling opportunities, we are going to capitalize on them until price present to us what our buying confirmation. So now this is what we currently had. The market broke above. Remember, you also saw why the market broke above. We had an analysis before around this area here. Again here, I said that the market can sell off from here, but then based on how the market is moving out, pay attention to this level here, because from this level the market can take this as an impulse correction and push up. So it did exactly as anticipated. Everything was forecasted. The mind was already ready to see all of these things happening. So it was no surprise when they happened. So now this is what is currently happening. This is what they're currently having at this current moment in time. Price broke the point of sensitivity, this level. It broke this level. It broke above. Obviously, this is where people are getting caught, because we know that when price gets to this area, a person will want to catch that sell entry early before waiting for confirmation. You place your execution, a stop loss, it takes you out. You place a buy stops, it activates you. You place a buy limit, because if you're waiting for a retest, comes back down, it triggers you in, it takes you out, takes you all those orders there. After that happens, then the market finally pushed down. After all those people that were trying to catch those highs and those early sells and those buy limit and buy stops around this area were taken out. Now the real money is coming into the market. So now the market broke above, and this is what we're currently seeing. A strong push down. Now what we want to see? A correction in confirmation of what? Of our sell momentum. Now this is what we're currently seeing in the 4-hour time frame. What phase are we in? We're currently in what? In a larger continuation pattern. Coming from what? An impulse from the upside. Impulse, correction. We want to see what the continuation up until here. From here, we're looking for possible what? Reversal. A possible break might happen to catch people also on the downside of the market before price can like push to the upside. So now you're waiting for what? For selling opportunities from this level to push to the downside. Now let us go to the 1-hour time frame. Take a look at our entry trigger pattern. 1-hour time frame. This is what you're currently having. Price pushed down impulsively. Now this is what you currently see. A formation of a continuation pattern. A formation of a continuation pattern. I like keeping my chest clean. Confirmation of a continuation pattern. Of a continuation pattern. Of a continuation pattern. So when you are forecasting, obviously you want to see price coming back for a one more time to give you a possible dead touch around this area before it can drop below and give you those and that sell momentum to the downside. So basically meaning we'll be looking to take what? A higher risk entry on this level, because of a higher risk entry on a continuation pattern is higher probable than on a reversal pattern. Obviously your target, your first take profit being around this area here, being around this area, your first take profit. Your second take profit obviously around this 90% roll of this channel. I'll draw it for you. 90% roll of this channel here. 90% roll of this channel. Oh, 90% of roll of this channel. The second take profit. This channel here. This is a channel. An ascending type of channel. Why am I not seeing these colors? Oh, this 90% roll of this channel. This was acting as a channel. So price impulse down, correction, anticipating price to give us a third touch as a high risk and to take into the downside up until this level here before you can start to look forward for those buying opportunities. Obviously our overall target being around this area if you're going to swing gold. So gold is a high possibility of reaching. Let's measure the impulsive leg for first possible target, obviously from the top there, somewhere around this area from the bottom, surpassing that level. So we are looking for selling opportunities on gold. Another thing that you can see, if you can look left, I'm seeing a left shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, confirming what our sell buys on gold. The reason why I like this head and shoulder splitting is because they are an indication of a reversal of a trend. Because if you can check, this was acting as a trend before it can act as an ascending type channel. Why am I saying that? Price within that channel was moving in what? Higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Double bottom is a higher low, higher high, higher low. Price hasn't yet violated the previous low, but then that is why I'm marking this as my first take profit, because from this level, gold can act this as a double bottom and push back to the upside. It's possible. Why? It is a swing low. So that's why I'm marking this level as my what? As my first take profit. Provided that if price approaches this level in a reversal manner, I'm going to close my trade. But if price approaches this level impulsively and break below, I'm going to move my stop loss to maximum profits. So it's all about paying attention to what is going to happen when the market opens. So gold, we're looking forward for selling opportunities up until this level before you can start to look for those overall buying momentum. Up until this level before you can look at for what? Those overall buying momentum. Before I can end this video, let me show you what happened on USDJPY, since we had it last week also. USDJPY failed to drop from that head and shoulders that it formed, that we analyzed before. Instead, it went back up, creating a pattern extension. Remember last week we had something like this. We had price giving us a head and shoulder. So this was our left shoulder, a head, right shoulder, anticipating price to give us those sell buys from here. But then from selling here, price, after hitting our first take profit, it reversed. Why did it go up? It was creating a pattern extension to catching people on the wrong side of the market, those who want to just execute whenever price gets to a certain level instead of waiting to see how price is reacting across that level. So when price got here, obviously people entered here as high risk entries, they were taken out. People placed buy stops here and placed buy limits. Those who are catching early entries, they placed buy stops. It take them in. It went back. It went up nicely. There was those ones who placed buy limits, obviously waiting for a breakout and retest. And take a look at what price they were able to catch a sell on this one, but then I didn't like take it. But I shared with the team. So price broke above, then it came back down massively because of why it was wiping people out. This was simple. This was basically a simple pattern extension to push to the downside. So it's all a matter of asking yourself, or how is price approaching those levels? How is price breaking those levels? If you can check my caption below here, this one here, I said price failed to drop from the head and shoulders. It now formed the possible extension. It failed to break from this head and shoulders that was formed. Now it formed what? A passable onto the structure, which is very clean, and which is what usually happens on the market when the price breaks those highs and catch people on the other side of the market. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope you will get to milk gold on this coming week, and also take a look at how will you catch those possible re-entries and scale ins on US100 USD and also on US30 going further. So that's it for the video. See you on the next one. Innovative traders, we are out.